Hello and welcome to the channel. So, this is pretty insane what happened yesterday. And I was just hanging around, BSing. And then I went to one of my websites that I get my news from for cars. And of course, none other than Toyota, they dropped 15 electric concepts vehicles, and they all look pretty damn well. Like you have assortment from Toyota as well as Lexus, their more premium brand. Um, I hope they make just even half of those because some of those are just they're really they look good. I'm telling you, they look really really good. And the fact that they brought back the FG Cruiser, I think it's FJ Cruiser. I think it's what it's called. That car, man, it's holding its value really really well right now. If you're into off-roading and you want that terrible gas mileage, the FJ Cruiser is the car for you, especially if you're going off-roading. It's built to last a really long time. There's tons of those things in the road with like over 100,000 miles. And the fact that they're making an EV version of it, it's going to be dope. So let's go ahead and check out some of the pictures. I mean, there's not enough. I'm just, browsing through here. Not a lot of information when it comes to their range, and everything is just speculations as of sort. But we will know more, obviously, because Toyota is working on their new battery system, their solid state, battery system that they're working on. So let's go ahead and cover this article and check out some of these pictures because some of them look damn good. Like even the Tacoma EV, that thing looks amazing. I would get one if the range is enough for me. Okay, so here we are. And like they said, this is just concepts, and some of these can be just scrapped. But I think this is the BZ Beyond Zero electric from Toyota. This one's actually going into production. And which one would you guys choose out of these lineups here? And obviously, there is more of them in the background that they're not showing right now, possibly. But anyone like I assume this one's just gonna be way out of my price range, as well as this one's gonna be way out of my price range for Lexus wise when it comes to EV. This one and maybe these two right here might be priced pretty good, as well as this one right here, possibly. Who knows, man? They just went berserk. So you have your Tacoma EV right there, and then that's the FJ Cruiser, and then kind of reminds me of like a mini Yaris or something like that. I don't know. um, I'm sure they have weird names for them as well too. I can barely see it. Let me see. Can I zoom in on this? Let me see. Nope, it makes it all blurry. Cannot zoom in. So there is a ton of EV that Toyota is working on, and I cannot wait to see their technology on the road and testing it out. Just the reviews. I just can't wait for all that stuff to be shown. That was cool. That's like their I think this is the fully autonomous and no driver sort of. I'm guessing. I don't know. I could be wrong on this one right here, because I know most companies are trying to go that route where you don't even need a driver. The system will take over everything. I know there's several that are testing it out right now, and here's some more shots of them. This looks like Toyota's LFA, maybe like a supercar or a super EV. This one and this one right here, possibly, possibly. Like everything I say here, just take it with a grain of salt. This is just one man's interpretation. And you can see this one's actually going into the floor. So this was what is it called? Like a CGI photo, or maybe it was done in one of those programs. And you can see it's actually going inside the floorboard here. It's actually sunken in comparing to all the other ones where they're sitting up straight. Maybe even the Toyota is a little bit sunken, but hey, that's not the reason why you're here. But anyway, see, it's kind of cool, right? E-Pilota, Piloti, Piloti, and like I said, this one kind of looks like the combination of the Yaris and the CHR, maybe. And then this is another crossover, and I'm assuming this is kind of like their. Hold on, let me go back one. Like their sports car, maybe a supercar, possibly. And this looks like the version from Toyota, the BZ, the Beyond Zero. But yeah, Honda. I mean, Toyota has a a crap ton of crossovers because that's what sells. People love space, love space, and the just the overall, it's not the fact that it's very spacious, but it's just giving you more option for you to fit more things in the vehicle. You can push down the seats, the rear seats, and you can have more storage. So just like me myself, for me, I prefer a hatchback or one of these crossovers because for the space wise, it comes in really handy when you're trying to move big stuff that a sedan just won't be able to do. And that's why most companies are getting rid of their sedans and they're transitioning over to the crossover as well as hatchback. Hatchback has actually been making a comeback in the United States market comparing to other places like Europe. Hot hatches are really popular over there comparing to here. So this is a crossover EV, one of many. Oh, this is the one right here. I would definitely buy this one. The Compact Cruiser EV. It looks close to the FJ Cruiser, except this one actually has an actual door. The other one kind of had like one of those like the like it's not really like a five door or even like a four door. It has like one of those mini or smaller door, but you can still fit people in the back seat. Not much though. You're probably gonna have to small it. And this is a small SUV, small SUV. And then this is the Toyota Tacoma EV. Obviously, it resembles the Tacoma, especially from the front side as well as the rear. It looks like a taco. It's a taco EV. And then that's the BZ4 EV. That one's for sure coming out. And wow, these are the actual vehicles. Okay, the other shot was not looking like it's an actual vehicle. It looks more CGI. And then you have the small crossover, compact SUV. They have everything. What does that say? Sedan. That's it. And then that one says large SUV, so maybe it'll fit more people. It should have been like sports car EV, Lexus RZ EV. And then this one, the front kind of reminds me of the Supra a little bit, just a little bit, just a tad bit, especially this big spot right here. I don't know who designed it, but it does not look good. Lexus electrified SUV. And then this is a mid box, and that's the small box. What does it say? Oh, micro box. I don't think those ones require a driver, or maybe it does. I don't know. And then this is their GR. I'm assuming this is a super car for EV, possibly crossover EV. So many crossover EV, compact cruiser EV, and that was the Tacoma EV. I like that cruiser though, but damn, Toyota's like, we are ready for the future right now. We're ready for the future right now. They just pretty much showcased all their EVs that they're working on, at least concept wise. At least we know that Toyota is definitely have something in their sleeve now. The one thing, the most important thing that's when it comes to EVs is just the price. What are they going to price it against? Especially with the competition definitely heating up. You have Honda working on EVs, even though they're doing it the wrong way, relying on General Motors to make their damn EVs, which I think is a terrible, terrible idea. When it comes to quality controls, man, GM is not the way to go, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. The showroom future. All of the aforementioned vehicles are part of Toyota's and Lexus' goal to introduce a total of 30 BEVs in the market by 2030, with the goal of 3.5 million global sales by 2030. Lexus will have a full lineup of EVs covering all segments, will become an electric brand in Europe, North America, and China, targeting annual sales of 1 million EVs. Global sales of Lexus models will be 100% EVs by 2035. To achieve these goals, the Japanese company pledged to invest a massive 2 trillion yen, 17.6 billion for battery production by 2030, which is 500 billion yen, 4.4 billion, more than earlier announcements today. Toyota will also invest in different options of carbon neutral models, including fuel cell vehicles running on clean energy by 2035. Both Toyota and Lexus want to be carbon neutral. So that's what happened yesterday. But at the end of the day, competition is always good. Right now, Tesla is just running away with the EV market. You have Hyundai that's doing it. Ioniq 5 just got the price announced for that one, which is priced pretty good. It's 39,000 for the base one, gives you about 220 miles. And then Honda's doing its thing. I told you how I felt about that. Then you have Tesla, which is just running away with the whole thing. Then you have Ford that's selling the Mach E, and as well as their new Ford Lightning that's also going to be in production pretty soon. So that's good. So there's plenty, and that's not even talking about all their other companies that are out there like Canoo and Rivian, obviously, right? Rivian, car truck of the year by Motor Trend, right? Um, what is the other companies? There is the VinFast. There is I don't know, man. There's just a ton of different companies that are making EVs, and the future looks to be very bright. At the end of the day, the most important thing is price, comfort, and range for me. I like me to be comfortable, especially when I'm driving a far and need a lot of range too. So anyway, that's the video. I hope it was informative because there was a ton of different things in this article, and I will leave a link in the description if you want to go check it out by your if you want to go check it out yourself. I kind of just consolidated it a little bit just for me, and I didn't want this video to be like an hour or 30 minutes long, which it could have been, but you're welcome. Anyway, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and you have yourself a very blessed day.